I'm excited to do this video as one thing will never change, and that's my passion for wrestling during the Ruthless Aggression era, so like mainly WWE in like 2001, 2002, 2003, and then even more so my passion for the indies, so like CZW, Ring of Honor, IWA in the early to mid 2000s. That's just had the best collection of wrestlers ever for me, and I just thought of doing a little rebooking fantasy angle that popped into my head, and I think this would have been really cool, and that would have been in 2003 to do CZW invading WWE and have a team of the Messiah, Trent Acid, Johnny Cashmere, who were the Backseat Boys, and Nate Hatred, all come in to WWE and go up against Evolution. So World Heavyweight Champion at the time will have been Triple H, along with Ric Flair, Randy Orton and Batista. So that would have been really cool. So I'm just going to lay out the angle, how I would have set it up and what I would have done. So I guess that it could have happened any time in 2003, but I'll start after WrestleMania. So go into maybe Backlash of that year, or Bad Blood, a pay-per-view like that. And Mick Foley actually was brought back to WWE. Once Mick retired, I thought he should have stayed retired, because, you know, really when you say that, I believe people should, except for like very rare dream matches maybe. But they brought Foley back. I'm okay with when he come back to be the special guest referee in the Triple H Kevin Nash Hell in a Cell. The chemistry between Triple H and Foley has always been off the chart, going back to the feud in 2000, the Royal Rumble Street Fight, and the No Way Out 2000 Hell in a Cell. So bring Foley back, but instead of obviously Kevin Nash being involved in the feud, I'd have Foley come out and say he's tired of Triple H. Ric Flair, who him and Foley dislike each other anyway, there's a big rivalry. I know Flair hates Foley, so calls him a glorified stuntman instead of a wrestler. So Foley can come out and say he hates the cocky, arrogant Randy Orton, and this can also lead into Backlash 2004. So Foley can still have the match with Orton. I know I said I wasn't a fan of people wrestling after they're retiring, but that match was so good that you make the exception for that. So he can say he's tired of the cocky, arrogant young Randy Orton. Triple H, who's been running the company for the last few years since he beat Mick Foley when he was Cactus Jack, and then obviously Flair. They don't like each other anyway, like I said. So he can say, I'm introducing wrestlers who are talented, have the passion, and what you think of when you think of WWE. You know, like Batista's obviously a big muscular guy. He's the muscle of the group. Randy Orton with the athleticism, and he's a big guy and got the physique. So Mick Foley can introduce the Messiah, who will lead the group as he done in CZW. They were called the High Five. And so yeah, it'll basically be building up to a match between Triple H and the Messiah, which can happen at Bad Blood, or an Armageddon maybe, or something, whatever you want to call it, whenever this feud takes place, whether it's after Mania or at the end of the year. But yeah, it'll be leading up to that. So on the Bad Blood undercard, you do Trent Acid v Randy Orton, and Trent Acid could upset Randy Orton and become the IC champion or something like that. Then in the main event of that pay-per-view, it'll be Triple H and the Messiah in a hardcore brawl for the World Heavyweight title. And Triple H will retain. And then after the match, he could be beating down the Messiah. Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere. The Backseat Boys come running out to help Messiah. But then Batista, as the Muscle, comes out with Randy Orton and Flair. And Batista just manhandles both of the Backseat Boys, Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere. And they're just beating them down. And then the lights can go out. And this is the debut of Nate Hatred in this angle. And he is the Muscle of the High Five group. So Nate Hatred, for anyone who doesn't know what he looks like, I believe he died last year in a car accident, but he's basically a cross between Sting and Triple H. He's a big muscular dude, probably I'd say maybe even a bit bigger than Triple H in size, maybe not height, but similar height as well. So he can come out and take out Batista, and then obviously handle Flair, Orton, and Triple H can run out the ring, and I'll be all shocked with the belt in his hand and with Flair holding him up, and Batista, and that's the debut of the Muscle, Nate Hatred. So him and Batista could have a big man match that would be entertaining. That could be some sort of hardcore match too on a Raw, and it can build up to maybe Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam 2003, since that's what they've done in real life with a few of the guys in it. So Triple H obviously with the belt, Randy Orton was in it helping Triple H. Nate Hatred can be in the Kevin Nash spot in that chamber, and the Messiah would be in it as well. And you could do Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere, be Batista and Ric Flair in a tag match on the undercard. So, and Flair can come with Triple H to the ring as he done at SummerSlam 2003. And also, back then, obviously the pay-per-view themes were really cool. So, the SummerSlam 2003 is Metallica, Saint Anger. So that's just a really cool metal theme, which is so suited to the CZW guys. So I just think that would be an awesome angle over a few months and a few pay-per-views for Triple H to face guys from the indies. So this might be a little series where I do a few angles that I think are good enough and long enough to do a video on. So this one popped into my head. Enjoy.